Hey y'all, and welcome to the Crazy Sock Lady YouTube channel. My name is Kay, and this is my channel where I share all about my knitting and crafting adventures. Today I have a huge stack of finished objects. So many finished things to share with you today. So it is Friday. I haven't recorded on a Friday in I don't know how long. It's been a long time. But it's Friday. We're going to chat all the finished objects and some new works in progress that have been cast on since the last episode. So first, any admin things. We do still have summer sock camp going on right now. That knit along ends the end of August. So you have until the end of August to enter your finished socks. You can enter those into the finished objects thread on Ravelry under the Crazy Sock Lady Ravelry group, or you can use the hashtag Summer Sock Camp 2021 on Instagram. I will have links to all of these down below, to the Ravelry group, to my Instagram, anywhere that you can find me. All that's going to be right down below. So if you need any links, just check right down below this video. Show notes, links to shops that I talk about, all that's down there. I think that's it for admin stuff. I do have a soft launch of the website going up. It should be up when this podcast is up. The only thing that you're going to find on there right now are PDF patterns, Crazy Sock Lady patterns. I'm doing just a soft launch for over the weekend for the patterns. That'll kind of get me used to what does it look like when an order comes in on the shop, all of the things. Instead of launching all the product and then finding out I have something wrong on the shop. We're just starting with patterns, but I do have a coupon code for y'all. It is 30% off of any of my patterns just over at crazysockladyco.com. Link will be down below, and that code is LAUNCH. So that's good through the weekend, just this weekend, and then Monday or Tuesday I will launch the product in the shop. Be sure to follow me on Instagram if you are not already. That is where I will announce when the shop has all of the product up and in it. There's so many fun things. We have yarn, we have needles, notions, all the things are going to be in the shop starting this week. So be sure to head over there and check it out. I am playing around with my new lights today, so if you see some lighting adjustments throughout the video, that is why. This is a trial run for them. They're a lot fancier than I thought they were, so they're taking some figuring out, but I'm getting it. I'll get it eventually. Okay, stack of finished objects. I have 6 pairs of socks. I don't think I had any of these done. Maybe I should double check on my notes to make sure I'm not showing you something twice. No, I didn't have any of these done last time, I don't think so. We're going to go through all of these. Then I have a couple of works in progress to show. My knitting time has been not as much since Monday, and it's Friday. So if you follow me on Instagram, you probably already saw that we got a puppy on Monday. We got a 10-week-old. He just turned 10 weeks on Wednesday, Boston Terrier. His name is Dexter, and he is amazing. He's the sweetest little thing. He's so cute. I love him so much already. So yeah, we adopted a puppy. I'll talk more about him in life stuff if you're not interested, but my knitting time has definitely went down this week. So most of these are from last week. 2 of them I finished this week, but I don't even remember what order I finished them in, so I'm just going to kind of go through them, and I don't think I've shown any of these. If I have, sorry. So I finished my Pretty Twisted Yarns socks. That's a yarn dyer for these. This is the MK colorway. So pretty, such fun self-striping. So I just did shorty socks following my vanilla socks pattern, and I did these on DPNs. I did use a US 0 2mm for these, which is not typical for me for DPNs, but it worked out really well. The fit's nice. I love the fabric. So yeah, it was just a little experiment to see what my gauge and fit were like with a US 0. and I really like it, so I might be using that size needle more. There was a contrast mini that came with this, so I did use that for the toe and the cuff. And I'm super pleased with these. I cast on 64 stitches. I think I did 10 rounds for the cuff and 10 rounds for the leg. If you ever need information on how many rounds I've done for something, I usually always put for the cuff and the leg in my notes on my Ravelry project page. The foot I never put because you don't want to necessarily say, okay, wears the same size shoe as me. How many rounds does she do for her foot? Let me do that. I mean, that could be a good starting off point for you, but gauge can vary from person to person. So I don't ever think that you should go by X amount of rounds for this shoe size because your gauge can be different for your row gauge. So always measure is my suggestion. So I don't ever put my row or my rounds for my foot, but if you ever need cuff leg, I always put that information in my show notes. So yeah, super happy with how these turned out. Another pair of shorty socks that I finished are my blush yarns. Put one of these on a blocker for y'all. My blush yarns shorties. This was a sock set with a 50-gram full skein and then two, I think they were 10-gram mini skeins. So I just did another pair of shorties. I think I did 10 rounds for the cuff, 14 rounds for the leg. I don't think I did 10 for this one. But I did do, this right here is 4 rounds of the pink. And then down here I did 4 more rounds of pink and then the green on the toe. Same thing, vanilla socks pattern, and I did use a US 0 for these as well. And I can't remember what the colorway name for this set was, but I know it was by Blush Yarns. I'm trying to remember what order I finished these in, but I have no idea. Eric is texting me. I'm trying to find my scale at the office this morning that I measure or weigh product with. I use it sometimes for yarn too, but product for the shop, and I cannot find it. And I was having him check and see if maybe it got put in my yarn cabinets at the house, but he can't find it there either. Okay, I'm gonna have to hunt for it. Maybe I put it on top of my shelves. I have no idea where it is, and I need to weigh some things for the listings for the shop. Okay, next finished object is my July Yarnable colorway. This came in my Yarnable box for July. It is Summer Vibes, and I did these for Eric. Just another pair of vanilla socks. I did 20 rounds for the cuff, 50 rounds for the leg on this on a US, I don't remember how I knit these. This is bad. I have puppy brain this week. You know, like mom brain, baby brain. I got puppy brain. Forget how much work puppies are. Definitely have puppy brain. Yeah, I can't remember how I knit these, but just my vanilla socks pattern. 64 stitches is what I do for Eric. I remember how I knit these ones though. So another Pretty Twisted Yarns colorway. This is Hey, You're Crazy Witch, and it is such an amazing Halloween color. Oh my gosh, look how good that is. So pretty. Look at this pattern. This pattern is String of Lights by Lindsay of Sock Witchery. Such a fun pattern. Get a little close up there. It's so much fun to knit up. I did these 2 at a time on 2 24-inch circulars. I've had a lot of questions about if I'll do a tutorial for that, and maybe someday. I have 0 plans to do a tutorial for it right now. I just honestly do not have the time with trying to launch the shop, but maybe sometime down the road. I did it, if you follow the 2 circulars, the sock on 2 circulars video, and then just like the instructions from the 2 at a time on magic loop video and kind of mesh them together. It's a good combination of the two. So yeah, but I don't have any plans to do a tutorial right now for it. But that's these all finished up. Okay, next finished object was a pair of DK weight socks. These were from a sock blank that was by Amber's Yarn Shop, and I don't believe she's dyeing yarn anymore. But I finished these up. And I did run out of yarn for the second one. So I just grabbed some scraps and used that up. And you can't really tell. It looks just fine. So for these, I did a US 3.25 millimeter needles, 48 stitches, following my free pattern that is available on Ravelry as well as my website, the DK Weight Vanilla Socks pattern. So I'll have that linked down below. Last sock finished object is another sock blank, and I think I talked last time, yes, about how I'll be doing the video on sock blanks. That will be, I'll be finishing that up next week. I just need to record the last little bit, block these, and then record what they look like after they're blocked. And then it'll be done. But here these are finished up. Love them. I just love how that yarn just worked up so, like you would not have even thought it was gonna work up that way. It looked so good, so fun to work these up. You can see, like I have so many questions about the fabric of these, and you'll get a close-up look of that in the video, but I mean, I think you can definitely tell it's from a sock blank. These are unblocked. They have not even, I mean, this one's on a blocker now, but that's the first time it's been on a blocker. So I think they look fine still. I'm not bothered by that, but I know some people might be bothered by the fabric. But again, just keep an eye out for that video, that tutorial chatting about those, and you'll kind of see what they look like before blocking and then after blocking on there. And I think wearing them too evens out the fabric, so it's not even necessarily that you have to block them unless you want to before you wear them. But I don't know, it's just personal preference, I think, if you're bothered by that or not. It's different from person to person. I got my coffee this morning. I just went through McDonald's and grabbed a coffee on the way into the office. But these I did vanilla socks on magic loop, 64 stitches. I did a pop of contrast at the cuff, just cast on and knit 2 rounds with that contrast color, and then I used the contrast for the toe as well. So yeah, I'm super pleased with how these turned out. Okay, my next finished object has not been blocked either, but the knitting part is done. I finished my niece Lily's sweater. So every year, if you're a new follower, every year I knit my niece Lily a sweater for one of her birthday gifts. So this is this year's sweater. Like I said, not blocked yet, but this is the Bean and Olive sweater by Andrea Mowry. So much fun to knit up. I loved doing this collar work. The yarn that I used is Knit Picks Swish DK. The gray is Dove Heather, and this pink is Throne. I love it so much that I have actually ordered yarn to make one for myself, but I did not order the Throne. I did Dove Heather and Allspice. So it's kind of like an orangey color. I think it'll be perfect for fall. So yeah, this one's all done. I did I think it was the 6 to 9 year size for her. I followed the pattern exactly, did not make any modifications, used the needle sizes in the pattern, all of that. So I just need to block it and then it'll be good to go. Her birthday party is on August 28th. So I plan on gifting it to her then. And I talked on Instagram about knitting this up. So when I am a continental knitter, which means I knit with my left hand. That's how the hand that I hold my yarn in is my left hand. When I do collar work, I hold a strand of yarn in each hand and I throw with my right hand, but that's the only time I knit that way. So I thought with this sweater, let's try to do throwing English style knitting for the entire sweater, see if I can do it, just because I think it would be nice to have both, you know, ways of knitting in my tool belt, so that if I'm having some pain or something in my left hand, you know, I can work with my right hand and go back and forth. So I did this entire sweater. I mean, other than the parts, the collar work where I was using both hands, this entire sweater was done English style knitting, throwing with my right hand. And it was great. And I feel so comfortable with it after finishing a sweater like this. Yeah, it just feels nice to now feel confident in both ways. Okay, that's gonna bring me to my works in progress. I only brought 2 over here. So as you can see, I finished a lot of socks. I was determined to get as many socks off the needles as I could. I currently have 3 sock whips. One is a new cast on that I'll show you in just a moment, but 2 have been cast on for a while. So I have my sock camp picnic socks that I am working on. That's one of my patterns that was for VIP campers throughout June and July, and then released to the public in August. I think I talked about it last episode. So that one I'm currently working on. It sits over here on my table in my office, and I work on that like when I sit down to have some lunch or just sit down to take a break for a couple minutes throughout the day. Then at home, I also have a heel toe do-si-do pair of socks that I am working on. Those 2, I'm just not in any rush, just because right now so much of my knitting needs to be vanilla knitting with a new puppy that those are not kind of like top of the list. And I'm working on getting sweaters done. I have another sweater in here that I'll show you. So yeah, I got so many socks done since the last episode. It was nice. I have a ton of yarn caked up over here for new sock cast-ons. So you'll probably be seeing those soon, and they'll probably be vanilla socks because, like I said, puppy. That's just the easiest right now. If I do get any knitting, it's like pick it up, get a couple stitches in, or knit while he's sleeping. That's a good time too. Okay, new cast on. I cast on a bean and olive sweater for my youngest niece, Henley. I have this in a bag by The Fat Squirrel. And I did get this years and years ago. I'm honestly not even sure if she's making bags anymore, so sorry, but it's one of my favorite bags for sweaters. It's nice and roomy. Okay, so I'm using the same yarn for Henley's as far as it being Swish DK. And Swish is a 100% fine superwash merino wool by Knit Picks. Amazing yarn. It's held up so nice in the sweaters that I've knit Lily over the years. That's why I'm using it again. I'm using it for Henley's and why I've ordered it for myself. This will be the first garment I will have ever knit out of Swish DK that I'm keeping. So I'm excited to see how it wears, how it holds up, and I don't know, it just feels so nice and sturdy. I'm really excited to knit myself a sweater with it. So here's the tag. This is the Dove Heather, and then the contrast that I'm using for Henley's is Marina. Very, very pretty teal color. So I've been trying to work on this 30 minutes every morning at least. This morning I think I did an hour. I brought it into the office because my 30 minutes of knitting in the morning at home has not been happening before I come to the office. And I'll talk more about like office schedule and things after I show the knitting, but yeah, I brought it to the office this morning, worked about an hour just until I get through the collar work and the sleeve separation, and then that body I'll just be able to knit while we're watching TV and whatever. So for Henley's, I'm doing the 2 to 4 year size. Her birthday is not until March, so it's kind of at the end of sweater season. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna make her sweaters and gift it to her in the fall when I gift Henley's or Lily's, and then she'll get the winter to wear it as well. So I'm doing the 2 to 4 year size. She will be 3 in March. So it should fit her good and for a little while. It's on a needle kind of bunched up here, so let me kind of stretch it out and you can see where I'm at. So much fun. So I have one more of like the zigzag chart under here, and then I'm done with the color work, right? Yes, then the color work is done. It'll be time to just knit a little more on the yoke portion of the pattern and then split for the sleeves. I'm doing this the same as far as doing it all throwing, other than the color work, which I am doing with 2 hands. I'm using my ChalGoo. Right now I have it on interchangeables. ChalGoo. And it's on a US 6 4mm right now, which is what it is called for in the pattern. So yeah, this morning I did the heart chart, and this should be done hopefully this coming week, and then I can block them both and have them ready to go when we go down on, is the 28th on Saturday? The 28th, whether that's Saturday or Sunday. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's a Saturday. So hopefully it'll be done, blocked, and ready to go. I will have to remember to get some video or pictures, definitely pictures of them, but because by the time I record a regular episode next, I will have already gifted them. I'm gonna try to do a vlog next week. Last week I did not have anything out. It was just a little bit busy. The boys started back to school, so a lot of just spending time with them, soaking up the last little bit of summer that we could, and then back to school shopping, and my mother-in-law was in town visiting, work here at the office. So things have just definitely been insanity here lately. But now that the kids are back in school, Eric and I are settling into a good, like, who's working from home and who's going into the office kind of a routine with the new puppy. Things are going to start getting back on track, and I'm very excited for that. All right, that's it for, well, no, it's not. I have one more work in progress. I have this in a bag from Stolen Minutes. And I cast on another pair of DK socks. So for this, I'm holding fingering weight double, and I'm using the August Share a Pair set from Mandy's Makings. This is the You're Invited, was the August one, and it's on her 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% silver stellina, and a Share a Pair set. You can learn more about that over at Amanda's shop, Mandy's Makings, but Amanda and I split these, so I have half and she has half, and half is 2 50-gram skeins. There's those, and I'm using US 3.25 millimeter, 2 16-inch circulars is how I'm knitting this up. Look how pretty that is. All those like pops of the light blue and the pink, so pretty. So I am on the heel flap. I did 10 rounds for the cuff and then 5 rounds for the leg, and started the heel flap on the 6th round. So shorty socks be perfect. And I started these, I think I cast them on last week. I can't remember the day that I cast them on, but then last night I worked on them while we were watching TV. We were finishing up Dexter, if you can't tell where Dexter, the puppy's name, came from. I think we have one more episode left of Dexter from the last season, and then we'll be ready for the new season coming out this fall. But all right, so that is it for the knitting content today. I do have some things that have arrived in the mail since the last time I recorded, and then we will wrap it up with just some chatter about what's been going on recently. First thing is a viewer donated package. She asked me not to mention her name here on the podcast, but she had these in her stash and wanted to donate them for prizes to the podcast. So there's so many of these. They're all from Ruby and Rosa's yarn. And they are so pretty. So the purple ones are Dragonfly. And then they do have different mini skeins with them. And then these ones are Deluminator, and they each have different mini skeins with them as well. So, so pretty. So that was so kind of her to donate those for prizes. Let's see what else we got. I have so much, y'all, over here. All right. So Jenna of Southern Skeins sent over it says a little gift for you, and I'm offering your viewers a coupon code. So I'll tell you that in just a moment. But the yarn that she sent over is so pretty. It is Lagoon. It's a sock set. There's her logo. Look how pretty that is. This is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. This one is 100 grams to 463 yards, and then a 20 gram mini. And she also sent over a strawberry progress keeper. And the coupon code is 15% off at Southern Skeins, and I will have the shop link down below, and I'll put the coupon code down below in the description box below the video as well. The code is CSL15. So that is so sweet of her. Thank you so much. This package was so thoughtful. It was sent to me by a viewer, and she sent me an office warming package. How sweet is that? So there are so many little treats in here. This is a little cute little wooden sock blocker from Woodico. It's on a lobster clasp, so you could put it on a bag as a zipper pull or use it as a progress keeper if you wanted. And she sent just a couple of other little things. These are from Billy and Ba. I've never heard of them. I'm definitely gonna have to look them up. This is magnetic keepers is what these are called. It says keep your stuff together. There are some finger massage rollers to soothe hard-working hands. I have not tried these yet. It says after knitting or crocheting, place a finger massage roller on finger and roll it up and down 20 to 30 times. Repeat on other fingers. That's so cool. I've never seen these before. There's some pattern place markers. That's super neat and useful. And then rows and repeats tracker sticky notes. So stick to your pattern to keep track of your work in progress. I love this. How fun is that? I might have to take one of those and start using it on the sweater that I'm doing for Henley, because I'm using the same pattern, paper pattern that I printed out, and I had already marked all over it for Lily's, so I'm trying not to get confused on which one's for which. I received my Row 1 yarn subscription since the last time I recorded. Pull out the paper here. Row 1 is a mini skein subscription. Ooh, there's some candy in here. And an ice cream progress keeper. Ice cream sounds good. I might have to see if the boys and Eric want to walk up to get some ice cream this evening. Oh my goodness! Ash and Bumble is the August yarn dyer. You guys have probably all gotten this. We're like nearing, like we're mid towards end of August and I'm just now opening this. You guys have probably all seen this if you get row 1. So you always get a sheet of paper in your row 1 subscription that tells you about the yarn dyer. It tells you the colorway names. And then you have your mini skeins. These are so pretty. Oh my goodness, look at that one. And I know these are in this packaging and that can sometimes be hard to see, but ooh, look at that one. So it has the yarn dyer's name and the colorway on the paper on the mini. I love that because you could just dump these, all of your row 1 into a bag and then you're good to go. Like you'll be able to pull it out and know what yarn dyer, what colorway it is. Otherwise, how in the heck would you remember? I wouldn't anyways. So I love that they do that. So that's my row 1 and I am slowly working on a Pierre shawl by Stephen West. I'm knitting it along with Amanda of Mandy's Makings and we are using our row 1 minis and pairing that with her Au Naturel color. I've probably shown it here before. So I had knocking recording stuff over. I had a viewer reach out and want to donate some prizes and she sent over some yarn cake cozies. There's 2 of them. You just stick your yarn cake inside and it kind of holds it, keeps it from getting all messy. So she sent 2 of these and then she also sent 2 project bags. How fun is that for summer sock camp? It's a zippered bag. Yarn fabric on the inside as well. Perfect size for socks. So these will be going, I'll put 1 bag and 1 cozy together and those will go as prizes for summer sock camp. I received, oh no, what did I do with, oh, I caked it up already. Let me grab it real quick. Okay, so Amanda of Mandy's Makings, since the last time I recorded, I had received the August Share a Pair set as well as her Share a Pair Connect. And this was so much fun. I just love how she really wants to connect other knitters and the Share a Pair is such an amazing way to do that. So she put all of this together. You bought the Share a Pair and you got connected with a knitter and she like sent you this card, had their information on it. Amanda was my Share a Pair Connect buddy. So this is the Share a Pair Connect that everyone received. It is called Eye Catcher. So pretty. I might do these DK as well. I'm not sure. I haven't cast these on just yet. Then she also sent to me some mini skeins when I got those. More yarn from Amanda. I'm just obsessed with her yarn, y'all. So I have one thing in there I cannot show you yet. I can't wait to show you it, but I can't show it yet. So she had this colorway Stand Out. And Plum Perfect. So I got them to hold them together for a DK weight pair of socks because how amazing is that for Halloween? I thought that seemed perfect. So these are going to be a pair of Halloween socks. And then she also sent me A skein of her roses are pink and soft meadow colorways. These are all on fingering weight. I'm just obsessed with Amanda's yarn. I have a problem. Okay, so this yarn dyer, I actually heard of them through Lindsay of Sock Witchery. She had recently bought some of their yarn, and then they had reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in trying out their yarn. So this is Olive and 2U. Show you their logo. And this one that they sent me is on their Twain base, which is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon fingering weight base, 100 grams, 463 yards. Look how pretty that is. Stunning. And then this one is their Fitzgerald base, which is an 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon, 100 grams to 400 yards. Beautiful. And then they sent 2 mini skeins on their Alcott base, which is a 75-25 superwash merino nylon blend. These are 20-gram minis. So I can't wait to do some socks with these. And they sent me a cute little notebook. You can never have too many notebooks. So some grapefruit, eucalyptus. And then this, which is so cute. It has their logo on it, like a tag that you can put on your knitting. And a little progress keeper. So that was a super fun package to open. All right, something fun that I'm gonna have in the shop. These were ones that she sent to me as samples and to use as giveaways or whatever I saw fit. So these are from Savannah of Monster Knits. Look how cute this is. It's a little sock blocker. This one's on a lobster clasp for a progress keeper. And she sent some different ones for the samples than what I'll have in the shop. But this is on a closed ring. I will have some closed ring ones in the shop, but the ring's a little smaller. And then this kind of a clasp. And then she knows that we are a family that loves music, so she sent some music note sets. These will be in the shop as well. Get them out so you can see them. The mailman just dropped something in, or mail woman, it was a woman, in the slot for the first time, and it about gave me a heart attack. I have a mail slot on my door, and that's the first time it's been used. I was like, oh no. Okay, so in the shop is going to be the music note sets and the little sock progress keepers, but I'll be using these that she had sent as some prizes. Okay, just a couple more things. So these are from Allison of Stitchery & Co. She sent over such an amazing package. She is, I want to make sure I get all of the information correct. She's going to be doing a spooky season stitch along to celebrate the cozy magic of October with featured crochet and knit sock patterns. So the pre-orders for these yarns already went up. What is the date today? Today's the 20th, so the pre-orders for these yarns went up on August 14th. So I'm not sure if they still have those pre-orders up or if they've sold out, but she sent me 2 yarns. This is from Teeny Button Studios, and it's called Candy Bucket. Such a pretty sock yarn. And then a skein or a sock set from Granite State Yarns. This is All Hallows Eve is the main and Pumpkin is the mini. And I will link Allison and both of these shops down below as well. Then she also sent over some of the things that she's going to have in her shop, and she's going to have a shop update in her shop on August 28th with these pins, sock soap, and wool wash, and other goodies to complete the spooky season stitch along collection. And it does say that all the details for participating in the spooky season stitch along are saved on her Instagram story highlight. And on Instagram, she is Allison McClark. The pins that she sent are so cute. One of them. And then she sent over her sock soap wool wash bars. She sent some of those. This one smells amazing. This is citrus spice. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. As soon as I opened the package that it came in, I was like, oh my gosh, something smells amazing. And it was this. She also sent over some little samples of Hansel and Gretel, an unscented, as well as apple strudel. And I can tell you they all smell amazing. I mean, the unscented has no scent, but the scented ones smell absolutely amazing. So be sure to head over and check out these yarn shops. Check out Allison for sure when she has her update, and for the spooky season stitch along, right? Did I get that right? Spooky season stitch along. I am for sure going to be doing a pair of socks for that. Two more things. So I have the Naughty knit box. I've gotten one of these before, and they used another one of my patterns in their box, so they sent over a copy of the box. So they used the Katie's socks. So you have a paper copy of that pattern, and then they also have the Herringbone Socks by Ashley Connickney. I'm probably mispronouncing that. There's no picture of those ones in here. Or actually, maybe this is it. There it is. It is a crocheted sock pattern. There's a project bag in here. Great size for socks. There's some lavender eucalyptus. And then the yarn is a bamboo yarn. It is 55% bamboo, 37% cotton, 8% PBT. I'm not sure what that is. But it is Bamboo Pop Sock by Universal Yarn. So pretty. So this box, this whole box, everything that came in it is going to be our giveaway for this episode. And I will also include a couple of the progress keepers. You can let me know when you comment to enter. All you have to do to enter is comment down below this video. You can let me know if you want to win a sock one or a music one or both. So this is box, the Naughty Knit box, is from naughtylady.yarns.com. I will have them linked down below. Okay, last thing that came in the mail. Like, look at the size of this. It is massive. This is from Litton. I hope I'm not mispronouncing that. Litton Co. So they sent so much yarn, y'all. So much yarn. And their note says that they also included their Dragonfly Wings sock set, which is their featured colorway for 2021 for the Get Hooked on Socks challenge for crocheted socks that begins September 1st. So the Dragonfly, I'll go ahead and show you that one. So this is the Dragonfly Wings sock set. It is 85% superwash merino and 15% nylon. 400 yards to 100 grams for the main, 92 yards to 20 grams for the mini. And I am going to be doing socks for my mother-in-law with this one because she was here when I opened this and she was like, oh, to this one. So she gets socks from this one, probably for her birthday. She might be watching this and see, and you'll know you're getting it, but these will be her birthday socks. Her birthday's next month. Then we have Wonderland Sock. This one's 100% superwash merino. Autumn Sock. Again, 100% superwash merino base. Which you can use 100% superwash merino for socks. And some nylon does make it a little harder wearing, but you could always do a mini with nylon for your heels, toes, and cuffs, like any place, not necessarily your cuff, but any place that's going to be harder wearing. This is Stars Hollow on 100% superwash merino. It's a very pretty blue. There's their logo. Did I show this one already? Yes. And this, I forgot to show, this is with their Dragonfly sock set. And actually, I'm going to show that last. Let me show you these ones. Distracted by the shiny things. These are all, no, okay. The next ones I'm going to show are on their same 100% superwash merino base. This is Caribbean Sock, Amethyst Sock, Sandy Beach, and then this is on their tweed sock. It's a teal tweed sock, 85% superwash merino and 15% Donegal Nep. And then this box, oh my gosh, I was like, what is in this box here? The most beautiful crocheted hook I have ever seen. Look at that. There's no card like telling anything about it, but oh my gosh, it's wood. It's stunning, absolutely stunning. So I need to look because I'm not sure if they sell these or if it came from somewhere else, but it is absolutely stunning. They also sent a coupon code for y'all. It is 10% off their entire store. The code is CSL10. So I will have them linked. All right, that's it for what came in the mail. We do have the winner to announce from last episode for the Grinch socks set, the pattern and the yarn. So let me pull up and see who the winner is. So our winner is Jeannie Vega. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Jeannie. Congratulations. If you would just contact me at crazysock.ladypodcast@gmail.com and give me your email address. No, give me your mailing address and I can get that prize mailed out to you. All right, so that's it for the yarn, the knitting, all of the things today. If you're not sticking around to hear about life stuff, thank you so much for joining. If you are sticking around, so we had lots of prep for back to school. We tried to soak in as many days as we could with the boys before we had to start getting ready for back to school and all of that. So we did go to Kings Island again, and lots of back to school shopping. So much back to school shopping for clothes and all the things. I was so shocked out. The boys were too. My mother-in-law came in town to visit, so she did a lot of running around and shopping with us for back to school stuff. And then we got Dexter. Yeah, we got Dexter, the little pup. He's so cute. Austin was the one who really, really wanted a puppy. So he's still been having a little bit of a hard time with the move. Austin has. It's just such a tough age to move and try to make friends. And he definitely was feeling lonely over the summer, not having really felt like he made a lot of friends here yet to hang out with over the summer. So yeah, he really, really, really wanted a puppy. And we came across Dexter and went and picked him up. Austin and I did. It was like an hour and 40 minutes away. So we went and picked him up, and it's been going pretty good this week. He's full of puppy energy. We have 2 dogs, and they're older. We adopted Chloe when she was like 2 or 3, so we never really did the puppy stage with her. Gracie we've had since she was a puppy, but she is 9, 10. So it's been a long time since we've done the puppy stage with her. So it is, you forget. You forget all those puppy things. The sharp puppy teeth that I've got, like, you probably can't see it. Scratches on my arms from sharp puppy teeth, and we had to trim his little toenails because he has some sharp toenails too, and yeah, you forget all those things. But he's been doing really, really well, and we are just thoroughly enjoying him. We're crate training him, and that's been going well so far. The other animals are adjusting to him. No major issues or hiccups yet, so it's been going good, and we are just planning to take him everywhere with us. I will say one thing that, like we've always said, if we get another dog, is we will socialize. Obviously not till he's had all of his shots. He's only had his first round, but Chloe was 2 or 3. They weren't sure of her age when we adopted her, and she had obviously not been socialized as a pup. We could tell that right away. Gracie, we made the mistake of not socializing her. So they don't really do that great when we try to take them out or when we have people over. Like, it's something we're constantly working on with them. And he, as soon as he has those shots, he's going everywhere with us so that we can take him everywhere with us. And yeah, we're excited about that. To have a pup that we can do that with, and he can go on adventures with us. So yeah, we're all enjoying him. The kids started back to school on Wednesday. Austin is a freshman and Wyatt is in 7th grade. They were very excited to get back to school, and it seems to be going good so far. We're only 3 days into the year, so we will see. I know Austin's a bit nervous about how much work he feels like he's going to have. He's got 2 honors classes, honors English and honors history, and he's a bit nervous about how much work he thinks he's going to have in those classes. But other than that, he's very excited to be back to school, and he says he feels a lot better about school and about being here just after a couple of days of high school. So that made me feel really nice that he's got some classes with kids that he knew from last year, and then he's, you know, meeting some people that he thinks he'll be friends with as well. So he's going to the football game tonight. We live right by the high school, so he's just going to walk up to the football game, and he seems really excited about that. So that's good. I've been coming into the office 3 days a week. That's how that's going to go for now with puppy training. So Eric is actually working from home 3 days a week, and he's only going into the office 2 days a week. So it works out nice. The 2 days that he's home, I'm going to stay home with Dexter, and then the 3 days, or I'm sorry, I think I said the 2 days that he's home. The 2 days that he goes into the office, I am going to stay home with Dexter. The 3 days that he's home, I'm coming into the office. So I think it's going to work out nice. On the days that I'm home, I'll be, you know, getting things done around the house that need done, obviously, but then I can do computer work, edit videos, all of those types of things, and then be in the office to record videos, ship out orders, all that on the days that he is home on puppy duty, which he sends me lots of pictures when he's at home on puppy duty because I missed Dexter. So I get lots of puppy updates I have this week. It's been nice. I think that's it. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I'm forgetting. I'm hoping that the shop will be ready to launch Monday or Tuesday. It has just been a lot more work than I think I anticipated to get the website up and going. I had like the bare bones of it done, but trying to launch everything at once is a lot. When you think about like how many PDF patterns I have that I had to get up and on the website, and then you think about launching all the product that I had on Etsy, plus new product, plus yarn, getting photographs of everything, the listings ready, like it's quite a bit of work. So don't know what I was thinking that I could have it done in like a week. We're going on like 3 weeks here that I've been working on getting the office set up and getting the website up and running. But I also took quite a few days off to focus on family time with the boys, because it just feels like, I mean, I always feel kind of like, oh, summer's over in a way, but I think it's with Austin starting high school. I'm realizing that like really we don't have that much more time with him at home probably. When you think about the grand scheme of things, like we're closer to him being out of the house than not. And I think that hit me this year. And so it was like, okay, I want to soak in as many days as I can with them this summer. I feel like I'm getting emotional just talking about this, and I do not get that emotional about things that often. But I really wanted to soak in that time with them this summer. And while they still want to, you know, because there's going to come a time where it's going to be like, Mom, I'd rather run around with my friends than go to Kings Island with you, or can I take friends to Kings Island, which is totally fine. But this summer it was like they wanted to ride rides with me, and so I soaked that up as much as I could, them wanting to do those things with me still. And yeah, so I did take quite a few days off, but that's kind of the perks of being my own boss, is that I could. Yes, the website launch did get pushed back a bit because of it, but I hope that y'all understand that. That was just super important to me this summer. And I think, you know, summers going forward, I'm going to adjust that work a bit to have more days off with them and soak up that time with them before they're out of the house and gone, and I'm having to beg them to come spend time with me. So yeah, anyways, I think that's it for today. I've got a mess to clean up, finish getting the website ready to launch. So by the time this goes up, the soft launch should be up on the website, which again just means that my PDF patterns are available on there through this weekend. And then hopefully Monday or Tuesday is when all of the product will be ready to go. I can't wait. I hope that you guys are excited. I'm excited. So many fun new things coming to the shop, and I'll be adding more and more new and fun and different things as we go. Different yarn dyers that I'll be featuring, different product. It should be a lot of fun. I'm excited to launch this idea that I've had for so long of a one-stop sock knitting shop. Yeah. All right. I will talk to y'all later. Until then, happy knitting. Bye.